Good morning, everyone. It's Jody here. I'm back again with a beach journal. I have actually started already this morning. Forgot to turn on the camera, but I didn't get too far. So I did finish the first little top envelope. I just glued this little sand dollar on here with a little bit of cheesecloth, some dyed cheesecloth that matched, and so that's ready to go. I glued these two envelopes together just a little bit on the back here. So my apologies for yesterday's video. Of course, I'm still learning how to do this. I'm not very good at it, but I keep keeping on. So what I'm going to do now is this envelope is attached here, which is what we want it to look like that. And then, see, it almost looks like that you're too close, but if I zoom you out, then it seems like you're too far away. I don't know. So we'll do this close up, I guess. Anyway, this one goes here on top of this. I wonder if I should put it down. No, I kind of like it in the, not quite in the center. How about like that? Okay, so we're going to glue this one down as well. So let's put this one down here with this glue. That's fairly straight on there. And that'll hold that down too, maybe. I didn't glue this one all the way down, which I guess we could do now. Should glue it down here and here and a little bit behind here too, I guess. So that'll all get glued down. This is going to be the pocket from the other side, right? So I don't know if I want that to be, I think we want this part open a little bit here, so I probably should get rid of this glue right here. See, I'm not very good at that part. Keep trying to close up the envelopes. So if I glue this over, actually let me put a piece of plastic in there so that it doesn't glue shut. So let me cut off a little piece of plastic here. Oops. So I drop it right in the glue. Happy day. All right, so we'll put this inside of here like that, so that doesn't glue down. And we'll glue all that down, and then we'll look at the front and make sure I did it right. There, and then, yeah, so you can still use this pocket, right? Yes. Okay, so that's what we wanted. We just want that plastic piece in there so that doesn't get glued down on the inside. Okay, so that's good. All right, so this and this. Okay, so now we're going to glue it to the front of this. I'm going to zoom you out a little bit so you can see more. I don't know if that's better or worse, but it appears to me that you can see the whole thing that way, that it's all on camera, which is what I would want to see, I guess, if I was watching a video. Okay, so it's going to go on there like that. So this is going to open like this. This will open like this, and this will be a pocket here. And we have a pocket here. And we have a pocket here. Okay, so we're going to glue this all down with this glue all the way around. And I wonder if... No, I don't think it needs an extra tie in there. Do you think it needs an extra tie in there? Now that I'm gluing already, I wonder... I should have checked that out first. And I was going to sew around the outside too, but I changed my mind on that. So I like the sewing on them, but I don't know, this one just didn't seem like it needed some sewing. So does that look about even? That could be okay there. All right. Looks like we're making some progress here. So I'm going to open this up and give this a good press underneath here so it sticks well to the fabric. Might have should have used fabric tack, but we'll see. A couple edges coming up here. Give those a little bit of glue there. Okay, so is it going to stick well? I hope so. We're going to put some little clamps on it, so it will stick well. I've got several of these little things here. Actually, we have some of these. Oh, here's some right here. There's a big one. That one doesn't have a claw on the one side. I almost need it because it's bigger. Okay, and let's see, do we have any more? Got the good old-fashioned clothespin though. That doesn't fit on there too good though. Let's see if there's another one of these here somewhere. Here's another one. Whoops. There's one more. I don't know if this will fit. I should have this big one up here. I think I have another big one here somewhere too, but I don't know where it's at. Oh, here's a couple more. These are what we're looking for. Here's another big one. Won't fit on that one. Well, a little bit, I guess. And here's another one. We'll put this one down here. Okay, that should at least keep it placed till it dries a little bit. That's art glitter glue, so it should dry fast. Here's another one of these too. Put that one there. Do we have any more of those? Doesn't appear to be any more, but we have these. These are good too. These barely fit, but it might be enough to... Oh, that has a magnet on it. Move that one down. And we'll put that one right there. How's that? All right. So we will let that dry and I'll be back. So while I'm waiting for that to dry, I decided to make a little message in a bottle And I have a whole bunch of these little, I guess you can see that okay, little glass bottles. They have a little cork in them, and then I have a little eye hook here that I'm going to put in the top of this cork. I'm going to try to screw it in as evenly as I can, but I guess it doesn't have to be perfect. But then, after I get it started, I'm going to unscrew it a little bit, or unscrew it again, and I'm going to put a little spot of glue right there, and then try to get it back in the same hole where I started the first time. It screws in pretty easily. Like I said, it's not perfect, but yeah, and that will dry, and then that will sit in the jar like that, and I'll glue it down too once I get my message in my bottle. So I just put a little piece of scrapbook paper. Actually, this was notebook paper that had been coffee dyed. We'll coffee dye it a little more on the other side so it looks old. And then I'm going to roll it up with the paintbrush. Roll it like this so it'll be small enough to fit in my bottle maybe. I measured the length of my paper with my bottle, so it's not taller than my bottle. So let's see if we can get it down in there now, if I rolled it tight enough. Oh, look at that. Give it a little push. Oh, how cute is that? My message in a bottle. Okay, and then we're going to glue this on so it stays there. So let me put some glue around this, like this. Of course, it'll dry clear, so that might be too much glue. Might have overdone that a little bit. We'll see. Push that down inside of there, like that. And then I'm going to take this and just wipe off any excess so it doesn't leave a big bubble of glue there. Yeah, and that'll dry. And I actually think I have some sand too. I'm gonna put, probably should have put a little bit in the inside, but I'll put a little bit like on the outside. I'll see if I can find that sand. And so then we'll put a jump ring on it. I have some spares here. Are these the, yeah, there's some spare jump rings. So get these little tools out here. This is a cool one. It's got paint on it or something, but I can't tell where it opens. Oh, maybe I can right here. Looks like. Maybe you should be closer in, huh? Let's try that. Is that better? For this little technical work, I guess. Let's take that off of there. We'll save those. We could use those for something else. I'll put this on here. Close that back up and give that a little squeeze like that. If you squeeze it a little bit, then close it back, it will be a tighter fit at the top where the two come together. Okay, So that's ready to go. And then I found a few other little goodies. Here's some seashells that were an earring, looks like, once upon a time. So I'm going to, I don't think I can get that off of there because it's tied onto the, but I can cut this earring, maybe. If I go this way, I might be able to cut that off. Oh yeah, and it has make its own little jump ring right there. That'll work. And then we'll put that on one of these other jump rings here, one of these little ones. We can throw this away. I don't know what happened to the little ball. It obviously rolled away. Oh no, it's right there. I don't know that we need that. We don't need that piece though, I don't think. So let's get in one of these. Undone here. And get that off of there. And we'll put this on here. Like that. Close this one up. So that can be a little dangle. 2. And then I found these little, somebody sent me these little beads. And they kind of match the colors. So I'm going to see if I can do something with those too. And then here's a fish. And a couple turtles. And here's a seahorse sign. Am I even on camera? Doesn't look like it. So anyway, here's a fish. And a couple turtles, an anchor, seahorse, some dolphins. This one says journey, but I think I like this one that says dream better. Here's a little anchor. I've been collecting these little charm stuff for years. And so here's a pelican and a couple just plain turquoise blue ones. Here's a little, almost looks like a lantern, so that might be cute on there. And a heart, a blue heart that matches. So yeah, we'll just make some dangles out of those. And I'm also going to make some, Shrinky Dink, seahorse, and this sand dollar. I think that will be really cool as a Shrinky Dink. The sand dollar. So I'm going to try that too. So I'll be back with my results in a minute. Okay, so here's the die that I'm going to use to make the Shrinky Dinks with. This is a Tim Holtz die. I guess you can see it better if the glare's not on it. It is 659576. I don't know if any of you have this. It's kind of an old one, but it's the only thing that I have that is beachy like. Like I said, I don't do a lot of beach stuff. So anyway, and this is what you get when you shrink them. Hope you can see that okay. Let me get you down a little closer. Whoops, that's not the right way. How about there? This way. Anyway, yeah, that's what you get. Here's the you can use that for a starfish, or you can use it for the top of the sand dollar, which it looks really cool either way. So anyway, this is what you start with. I don't know if you can even see that on camera, but I've cut it out with that die. Let me go back a little bit. Sorry about moving the camera. There, I don't know, maybe you could see it better on the black. There you go. So anyway, this is what you get. So you take these pieces out of here, and they just usually pop right out. There. the stuff does tear too, so you have to kind of be careful pulling it out of there because it will tear. Okay, and there's the seahorse, and here's the starfish. So this is your negative space. We don't need that. And then what you do is you color them with alcohol ink. And the normal colors of this stuff are probably lighter browns, but these were the only browns that I had. I don't know. I have green and pink and coral color. These are the brown pieces here. I wonder if we should try a coral color. I think that would be cool. Let me see. I have lots of alcohol ink, so let's see what we got. Actually, maybe we'll just grab them all out of here if I can get hold of them. And let's see what we got here. See if we can find some to match. Or let's put these back. These are all the browns. Let's see what I... Oh, whoa! Good thing they don't spill, because I'd be all covered in brown right now. All right, so these are the reds and yellows. I don't know if you can see those. Let's move this over. Well, if we go there for a moment. Anyway, and there's some peachy colors in here, which are going to be in my book. That's pretty orange there. Terracotta, that would be orange. Here's a peach Bellini, and there's a salmon. I don't know if those honeycomb, sunset orange, sandal. Sandal might be okay. Let's see what it looks like. Might not be too bad on here. So you just squirt some on it and let it run. I usually don't like it to run underneath because it leaves like a, oh, I don't know, a crusty side to it, if you will. But in this particular case, I guess that's not going to matter. So we'll run with it. Let's see, we might have to get some browns back out. Let's see what this one looks like. Oh, that one's way light. That's probably not a good color for this. And this is peach Bellini. Yeah, I don't think that's going to be a good color for this either. So, but since we got turquoise and greens going on here too, here's the other set of these. Here's this set. Can you see those? Yeah, okay. So let's see, there's turquoise, there's a pool or stream, that looks really dark. And here's a green or a turquoise, that's clover. What's this one? Mermaid. Maybe those two would be good. Let's see what happens. These might not be good colors at all to put on here, but go around. I don't know. I don't know how well those are going to mix with the peaches and the green, or the peaches and the plums, or whatever those are. That's a, yeah, see, it's taken away most of the peach color. Are you seeing all that? Okay. So let's try some more peach on here. See what happens. Mix some in there. I don't know if those will come out well or not. I'm going to take those off. And sometimes I take the paintbrush and swirl it around where you can see that maybe it hasn't touched the edges or something. Just want to make sure you get all the edges. This looks like it's got most of the edges there. And then too, I took this rag or napkin and just kind of daubed around the pieces so that there wasn't so much alcohol ink on them. I don't know. I think we can add some more after they're toasted. So let me go toast them and I'll be right back. Okay, so this is what we have when they're toasted. So the peach didn't show up very well, but of course the turquoise, this one ended up being not flat, which is not ideal, but you know, I guess sand dollars aren't really flat, but, and this one has a little bump in it too. Sometimes I try to, is when they're toasting in the oven, I try to take my, like something flat, like a spatula, and just pat it down on top, because when they start to shrink, they curl up. They normally will go back down by themselves, but not always, as you can see. And so, yeah, this one didn't turn out very good. I forgot to take the little pieces out of there, so there's no holes in that, which that's not good. So, I guess it still could be a sand dollar. It's not as good as the first one. And this one has got ink on the top and the bottom, so it's not really, there's too much. You can tell that if you get too much ink on them, that it doesn't come back shiny like that. I like them to be shiny. So we have this, which is Glossy Accents. I'm sure you all are familiar with this. And it's probably clogged, because that's what glues do. So what I'm going to do, since I don't like the where's my rag? Since I don't like the dull part of this, I'm going to cover this with Glossy Accents, and then it will be shiny. Just have to run a layer over the top of it. And of course it's hard to hang on to now because it's so tiny. But yeah. So getting it all over there. And also, excuse me, I forgot to tell you that if you want to use these as dangles, you need to put a hole in them And of course the ideal time would be before you cook them, which I did not do on either one of these sets. So I'm going to go ahead and cover this with glossy accents too. But I'll show you an easy way to fix that. A little hack, if you will. I cover this with some glossy accents here. Am I bumping the camera with my glasses on my head? Let's see. Get this one all covered here. Okay, is that covered all the way? Hard to tell. Right here a little bit. Okay, let's cover this one a little bit too. You actually can cover both sides with this too if you want. I normally just do one, but if it's going to be a dangle, of course it's going to dangle. So you might want to cover both sides, of course, but you got to let one dry first. Okay, so while that's drying, let me show you what I do to put, let's set this one up here for now. So what I'll do is I take a needle. I have a couple of them up here. One of them's a broken down needle that I don't use for sewing anymore. Here it is. Keep bumping the phone though, sorry. Like I said, this setup is not the best in the whole world. But then you take a lighter, and of course it's probably best to hold on to these with a pliers, or the needle with the pliers, because you'll burn your fingers. But you know, heat the end of a needle, and it'll poke right through this plastic, just like that. You can turn it around a little bit, or, you know, make it a little bit bigger if you need to. It might not be big enough for a jump ring, and that's all it needs to be big enough for, is just a jump ring. So I'll heat that up again and go in that same hole and kind of move it around a little bit so it's a little bigger. That should work. Okay, and this we're going to glue on there, so we don't need to put a hole in that. That'll glue on there, but this little guy needs a hole. And what catches on fire on your needle is just the Shrinky Dink stuff, and it burns right off. So if you want to that should be good enough. Yeah, that'll work. So let's burn the rest of that off of here, so it's not on the needle for next time. Okay, we'll give that a swipe. And it's good for next time. We'll let it cool before I put it back in its assigned position. And so yeah, that's a little hack for getting the hole in them. If you forget to punch it, you can punch it with a regular, is that still hot? No, with you know, a regular hole punch, one, you know, the little hole punches that we have. And Yeah, I think those are big enough for a jump ring. We're going to try it. I got jump ring right here, I think. Yeah. Okay, so where's my little box? Let's see, there was a spare jump ring in here, which I have several somewhere else. Oh, here's one right here. This will work. Okay, so we're going to take this and open it up. Is that the, oh no, wrong spot. There we go. See if this will fit in there. Oh yeah, just like that. So that'll fit in there. Those need to have glossy accents on them though first. Just like I said, I like them to be shiny. And that'll fit in there. And that's good. Then we'll glue this. Actually, I probably should glue that down first and then cover it with glossy accents. What you think? I think so. Or maybe we'll glue it down with glossy accent and then just keep going with it. I don't know if this is, how much of this is going to touch, but stay on there. That's good enough. It's in the right spot, I think. So then we'll just cover this whole thing with glossy accents. Try not to get in the hole, but if you do, you can punch it out again. So, and this one does have the little holes in it, so you might want to be careful going around those. So I'll just get this one all covered. I'm going to take this pin and go in here like this and get around that hole, but not in the hole. So it's all around there. Okay. And then we'll go around here. Turn this a little bit. See, I'm turning it, which it doesn't have to be perfect on there. I probably have way more glossy accents than I need, but I guess better to have too much than not enough. You can always take some more, or take some off, I guess, if you get too much. Around there. Yes, on top of here. That's a bubble there, I'll have to get that out. Okay, and on the top of this part here too, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold on to it with the, well, if I can grab that needle again, and hold on to it with this, and do this top part here so I don't get my fingers in it. I have to move it back where it belongs too, because it's moving all around. And there's a bubble right there. You don't want you in there. Get out of there. Okay, so now you move this back where it's gonna be centered, or close to being centered. Looks like I got it all. I think so. Okay, so we'll have to let that dry. There's still some pieces here that don't have glue on them. Touch that again. Right here on the edge. Which I am somewhat meticulous about stuff like that. They don't have to be perfect. So I don't know why I think they do, but who knows. Okay, so let's do the seahorse. And then we'll have to let them dry, and we'll continue on tomorrow. Spot right there, right around his eye. So I got his eye, but that's all right. We can poke that through later. Get all around the edges. See if I can get some of that out of his eye. Well, it's coming out, but like I said, you can poke it with the needle after it dries too, and that'll clear it out too. So okay, so we have it all over the place here. Okay, so we're going to let those dry, and we'll pick up where we left off tomorrow, okay? Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye-bye.